2 more wins. The Yankees are 2 more wins away from going to the big dance and 6 more wins away from capturing what is rightfully ours. What's going on, guys? It's the King of 161st June. I'm back in another video, and Game 2 was one of the most stressful games I've ever been at. Being in the standing room, it was electric the entire time. Aaron Judge hitting the fly ball and Rocchio dropping it. Everyone was going absolutely apeshit. Gerrit Cole, let's start right there, okay? I know these videos are gonna get a little crazy. Bear with me here. Gerrit Cole, this was one of the shakier outings Gerrit Cole has had in his postseason career. It did not bite him in the ass. After the second inning, Gerrit Cole could not find the strike zone. He made the Cleveland Guardians look like the Yankees. Walks after walks after walks. He could not control that fastball. That fastball kept riding high. The Guardians, credit to them, they were not biting. Especially after a game the other day, Carlos Rodon was able to get the most whiffs in Yankees postseason history. Gerrit Cole was not able to get the same. He ended at 4 1/3, 2 earned runs, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. That's just not good, especially for a pitcher like Gerrit Cole, who's supposed to be the best pitcher left in the postseason. Those are unacceptable numbers. But credit to the bullpen, because holy shit, Tim Hill is a stud. Yes, in game 1, he had a little bit of a problem. But overall, Tim Hill has been one of the most consistent left-handed pitchers out of our bullpen this entire season. Clay Holmes coming in. Clay Holmes has been a revelation since he stopped coming in high leverage situations. Once he started coming in situations that were not the 9th inning, Clay Holmes has been probably the best pitcher out of the Yankees bullpen. Clay Holmes has not given up a run this entire postseason, and he has come in almost every single game. Right now, Clay Holmes is the pinnacle of consistency. It was much needed in this game because that 5th inning could have gotten away from the Yankees. Bases loaded, no outs. Gerrit Cole's able to get the 1 out. Aaron Boone makes the switch. We could have been in a lot of deep shit there, but Clay Holmes hunkered down and he got us the fuck out of it. That's the mark of a great bullpen right there. When you can trust them to say, we need you to get out of this shitty situation. And this bullpen has kept us in every single game. Luke Weaver comes in at the end and gives up his first earned run as a closer in the postseason. Let's not harp on it too much here. Luke Weaver right now is probably the best closer consistency wise that's left. Clase has the history, and if you want to say he's the best closer in baseball, no one will argue with that, but he has not pitched like it in the postseason as of yet, and I am intrigued about him resting this many games, but we'll get to that later on. Overall, on the pitching end, the bullpen saved Gerrit Cole's ass. Let's just say it how it is. They saved his ass. If we did not get out of that 5th inning, there would be a lot of questions about Gerrit Cole moving forward. Now let's talk about the offense, because this is where I can firmly say the Yankees have not played a great offensive game all postseason. Leaving runners on, bad base running, it's all culminating into looking sloppy. The Yankees have left 7 runners on base in game 2. And to be honest, for the postseason, that's on the lower side. Has to change. We have to be more consistent offensively, especially moving on to the World Series if we make it there, because the Mets are on a heater right now. They have the same momentum the Yankees have. Dodgers, they have a super team. No matter how injured they are, Freddie Freeman's still a dog. Mookie Betts still a dog. Shohei Ohtani is a unicorn. Teoscar Hernandez kills the Yankees. It's not going to be as simple as pitching dominates, offense scrapes by, we get a dub in the World Series, if we even make it there. And I think this series is going to get a lot more tough if we don't get runners in. Now let's talk about it. The base running mistakes are god-awful. It started off with Jazz Chisholm getting a double to start off the inning, finally getting off of his 0 for stretch. This game, though, Jazz Chisholm had a lot of good swings and he had a lot of good at-bats. So at the plate, Jazz actually looked really good today. Volpe walks, and then Jazz decides he wants to get a bigger lead. Credit to the Guardians pitcher there. He held his stance for a lot longer than he did in the Volpe at-bat. It caught Chisholm off guard, caught him in between bases, and eventually picked him off. Getting picked off in a situation with no outs is unacceptable. We have to be better than that. Then Anthony Rizzo hits a double that scores Anthony Volpe from first. Now you look back at the Jazz play and you go, damn, that could have been 2 runs. This could have been 5-2 at that point, but you still have an opportunity to build something there. You get Alex Verdugo at the plate. The pitcher throws a ball into the dirt that goes literally 3 feet. I am more pissed off at Anthony Rizzo than I am at Jazz Chisholm. Why? Because I can argue that Jazz, with his speed, was trying to make a play. Was it dumb? Yes. Should it happen? No. But Anthony Rizzo knows he is slow as shit. Anthony Rizzo knows he runs like he is running in quicksand. You see a ball go 2 feet away. What the fuck are you doing going halfway down the line? Especially for a guy experienced as Anthony Rizzo. A guy who's been in this situation. You've got to know better than to take a risk like that and run on wild pitch that goes 2 feet away from the Cleveland Guardians catcher. That inning was spoiled because of base running, and it is unacceptable. Now let's get to some more good, because Aaron Judge is finally back, hitting a 2-run home run, finally giving us the cushion that we needed in this game, making it 6-2. The stadium was in pandemonium. Being in standing room, you didn't even care who it was, if it was your group of people or it wasn't. We were all jumping around. There was beer flying everywhere. This is the moment Aaron Judge needed. Gets a high fastball and does not miss it. Hopefully, this gets Aaron Judge going a little bit, and we could start seeing a more consistent Aaron Judge. Because if Aaron Judge can be more consistent, especially in the first inning, if Gleyber Torres, who's playing out of his mind right now, and Juan Soto, who's just playing like Juan Soto, if Aaron Judge could start driving those runs in early, we could start putting these games to bed way earlier than we have been. And he's part of the problem when it comes to leaving runners on base. But that was an electric moment, getting the crowd fired the hell up. Yankees win this game 6-2. The Yankees have not played a clean game in this postseason, and we've lost a total of 1 game. Now you could take that in 2 different ways. You could take that in the positive way. Imagine when we get the clean game, how that looks. Because it looks pretty good when we're playing pretty sloppy, winning 6-2. Imagine if we actually played a smart brand of baseball. No one's getting picked off. No one's running on contact with 1 out. The pitching staff dominates from start to finish. There's no point where we get multiple walks every single inning. And then you can look at it from the negative side. We've had so many games in the postseason now. We had 4 in the division series and now 2 in the championship series. That's 6 games. At most, there's a total of 12 games left if both the championship series and the World Series go 7. Will we ever get a clean game from this team? We haven't seen it yet against, frankly, inferior teams to the side of the National League. Do we ever get a fully clean game? And I'm not talking about a perfect game where every single player is on point. I'm talking about a game where each facet of the game is on point. We're driving in runners. We're pitching out of our mind. We make no mistakes on the base path. Defensively, we look solid. Do we get a game where every single facet of the game comes together? That's a question that only the Yankees can answer. Offensively, probably starts with moving Austin Wells off of the cleanup spot. I've been very standoffish in terms of talking about how poor Austin Wells has played in this postseason, because we have a lot of guys who haven't played that well. Yesterday, we got a lot of guys getting off the schneid and guys just having good ass plate appearances. Jazz looking a lot better at the plate. Judge able to get his home run. The only guy who still looks lost is Austin Wells. Having that in the cleanup spot, it's almost unacceptable, because with Torres and Soto on base for a majority of the series, Judge was on a schneid. Now he's driven in his run, but that's also Aaron Judge. He's earned the right to be in that spot. Austin Wells is a rookie, and when a rookie is playing this bad, he cannot be in a situation where he has the responsibility of cleaning up for the New York Yankees. Now, who should clean up if it shouldn't be Austin Wells? Well, we have 2 to 3 options. that I've seen. I've seen some people say Jazz. I am reluctant to say that's a good idea, just based solely on the fact that Jazz was struggling mightily before this game, just got off that struggling path. Hopefully it's a consistent now offensive stretch for Jazz. For me, I think there's two options: Anthony Rizzo or Giancarlo Stanton. The Yankees love going righty lefty, righty lefty, righty lefty. Whoever the Guardians bring in from the bullpen, there's still going to be a lane for someone to have the advantage at the plate. And if they are desperate to try and maintain that system, Anthony Rizzo's your guy. I cannot tell you how many people were saying Anthony Rizzo shouldn't even be on the postseason roster to begin with. After breaking his hand before the division series, frankly, he didn't hit very well when he was at the plate. In the regular season, we're talking like thousands of people. Anthony Rizzo should stay home. Ben Rice is the guy. Oswaldo Cabrera's been playing great. John Birdie should be our starting guy. All sorts of things. Well, Anthony Rizzo has shut everyone up. He's batting close to 500 in these first two games. Extra base hit after extra base hit, driving in runs. Anthony Rizzo has been the pinnacle of consistency in these first two games. And if he can keep this up, why not throw him into the 4-hole? Let him drive in the runners at first and second when Gleyber Torres and Juan Soto get on. Let him help us get an early lead. Maintain that righty-lefty system and move Wells down to the 7-hole, because Wells has been playing worse than anyone on this team. Giancarlo Stanton is the guy that you look at and you say he probably deserves it the most. The amount of stats that quantify how good Giancarlo Stanton's been in the postseason is astounding. I just saw one last night after the game. Giancarlo Stanton is now #1 all-time playoff games with a home run. Giancarlo Stanton hits a home run in 41% of his playoff games. Babe Ruth only hits a home run 37% of his postseason game. That's absolutely insane. And with Giancarlo Stanton in that 4-hole, he's getting maximum amount of at-bats to be able to continue that stretch. I don't know who the Yankees go with, but either guy seems like a great option to be in that spot. Another guy I want to shout out, because at the bottom of that order, it's probably been the most consistent part of the order. Anthony Volpe looks like he is a playoff riser. He's been on base in every single postseason game so far. After a season of so many ups and downs and ups and downs, to see him have a consistent run of being able to dominate teams like Kansas City, who has great pitching, and now Cleveland going up against a guy like Tanner Bybee. Bybee's their ace. First at bat, base hit up the middle. His approach seems like it's changed from the regular season. He's looking to do more contact now. And it also seems like he has that dog in him. That play with Maikel Garcia in Game 4 of the division series. I don't think Anthony Volpe does that in the regular season. Something has come out of him in the postseason, and I love to fucking see it. Hopefully he can build on this season going into 2025 and have a consistent year of at least 260, 270 baseball with an OPS around 750, 800. That would be incredible. Props to Anthony Volpe. He is stepping up big time this year. With the day off today, we go to Cleveland tomorrow, looking to win the series on the road. Hopefully you enjoyed. Like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. 6 more wins. 6 more. I'm out of here. Take care and peace.